Yeah, so we go to Warped Tour and we get out of the car, and a dude, probably in his late 20s, maybe early 30s, is wearing a homemade shirt that he made that says on the back, I hope I can, you can edit this out, right? Andy Biersack is a sellout cunt.
Oh, that ain't no points there. That's no points, Drew. Here we go, 50 points right here. You got it? Oh, this is nothing but net. Ready? No.
4 billion years old.
Boo!
How long have you two known each other?
How long have we known? What year are we in right now for starters? It must be like 15 years.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, and we were talking about this earlier, the sort of cross-section of our career is so ridiculous that, like, you know, I said, hey, do you know where John Henry's is? And I know it's something small, and everybody rehearses here, but the idea that I would forget that, of course, anything that we were doing at any point, they were also doing either a month before or 3 months later or whatever. You know, our careers mimicked each other so much. Our first records came out right at the same time. You know, we were pit against each other a lot in the early days.
Yeah.
Like, not even just with fans or publicly, but like, we knew people who would say that this person is talking shit about the other person, or this band doesn't like this band.
It was so weird, yeah. And then you became really close with Danny.
Yeah, I literally, the reason I got to know him was that he came to a Blackville show to quote unquote fight me.
To fight you?
Yeah.
Man, imagine that fight. That'd be...
Yeah. And that show, hey, John, do you remember that show when the stage was so big and I was so hammered, so I was pulling everybody up on the stage because I thought it was funny? We were in like Detroit, Harpo's or something? Yeah.
Harpo's.
So I was so blacked out as I was at all times then.
Andy blacked out?
Yes, that TM. That I didn't, whenever he came to fight me, I was like, hey.
I bet you he had no idea he was coming to fight you.
Now knowing him, there's no chance he really was going to fight me.
No, no.
But in any event, that's how I got to know him, and then I was like, oh, I know somebody in that band, so I'll just, I know everybody.
I'll not fight them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have you two handled fame?
For me, it's gotten nicer as I've gotten older. I notice, I don't know if you're the same, but for me, I notice now, like, for instance, the other day, I got noticed at the pub, and people are way different now than when I was young and they were young. Like, now they're almost embarrassed to come over and say something to me. Yeah. People before would, like, be all up in your personal space, which, you know, is fine, comes to territory. But now that people are so apologetic, like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Do you think that's because they're English?
Maybe, yeah. They're just polite, and I don't know, but people are just so, like, apologetic for disturbing me, and I'm like, it's absolutely fine, don't worry about it. And they're like, I'm really sorry, would you mind if I got a picture? It's too much, isn't it? And they answer for me, I won't, it's okay, we won't have a picture. And I'm like, no, we can take a picture. And then I'm like,
please,
please
give me your
take
phone.
a picture with me. Give me your phone, I'll do it. I'll just take pictures of me for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's different. I like it like this. And people, I often don't go, there's not many places I go now anyway. And most of the time, my family's probably with me. So people are super respectful of that too.
We talked about the other day where, like, there's a certain level of when people come up to you and they're maybe listen to you when they were younger, that they feel the need to tell you about how they no longer listen to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. I used to love you. And I go, am I the fucking joke? Like, what's hilarious? I'm just trying to stand in line right now. Like, what? Why do I have to be part of your joke?
Do you ever feel like when you go on stage, you're wearing a mask, sort of becoming a character, being someone else?
No, I never felt like I was wearing a mask, having I mean, to a certain degree, yeah, I suppose. But a lot of it was just, it's being on stage is kind of like acting anyway, or, you know, you are playing a character, so to speak, because you don't walk around all day just greeting people like this, you know, fucking screaming in people's faces and put the headbanging. Like, that was just...
I'm very unlike myself on stage.
It was just part of a show. It was part of the show, you know. But
it's not a active character choice. It's like I said to you before. I think you would probably agree. It's a heightening of yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think, but as I got older, I did see more of myself starting to appear as me on stage, like I very much noticed that I wasn't doing this anymore.
Yeah.
I was doing the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like, why
and
am I
that's,
thumbs
okay, so a great
upping
example.
right
I was
now?
thinking about that. Okay, Kiss, right? Gene Simmons was the demon in the 70s. And if you watch old Kiss performances, like he is acting scary and crazy. He's jumping around, he's got blood. If you go see Kiss in the last 20 years, there is nothing demonic about that. He's literally high-fiving and thumbs up, and he's just got the bass on his belly, and he's sort of wiggling his hips and his but he's got the makeup on, but he's just acting like a pleasant old man on stage.
Yeah. Well, it also gets painful. You know
The
what I mean?
headbanging. I headbanged about 6 times on the whole last tour, and every time I was like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, you wake up, what do you call it? You call it, it's a bangover.
Bangover, yeah.
Yeah, and you wake up like, man, I can't walk today.
I used to whole body, because I had the long hair, so I would literally like face to the riser and then back and just, and you know, I was made of gum in those days.
You
so.
can't make those movements anymore.
No, I can't make any movement.
No.
You know, I was so young compared to everybody else in my band that the behavior, I was just sort of following what I was, and I remember that, you know, I remember even from you guys getting pit up against me from your label. And him saying in front of me to Danny, oh, you got to be rock and roll like this guy, and I like to make us have friction.
There's a thing. It's tension and friction. It was just, but I mean, it's all manufactured. It's a manufactured industry, and
How does that make you feel now?
I don't like it now. I hate it. A lot of people always ask me like what fame was like, and you know, I got to travel the world, do great things. I'm super proud of the fact that I got to release music and help people on their journey. But now that I'm older, I'm like, man, all I really was a product. Like, I wasn't me. I was just a product to everyone else. And you notice it too. Like when I stepped away from my band to focus on my family, which is, you know, that's my priority. You notice people just go, okay, he's no use to me anymore. So you just stop hearing from, you know, 98% of the people, even people that you've worked with for like 15, 18 years, just gone. And I was like, all right, you know, and it just kind of further cements in my head. It's like, oh, I was just a product, which again is fine. You know, that's part of the job. But when you're doing it, especially when I was younger, you don't realize it. You think, these are my best friends. These are my people. Yeah. These people have my back. These people care about me. And
well, because what choice do you have?
Yeah.
You're out there on your own and you're trying to navigate all this, and you have to believe that there is a solidarity amongst all of the people on the pirate ship and all the people that are in and around that mechanism. You have to believe that there is some level of oversight. When you realize that there isn't, and that those people don't care at all anyway, like for me it was a similar situation, but obviously I'm still in the beast, so to speak. But you know, years ago, I realized that the vast majority of the people that I had around me were, in fact, utilizing the opportunity to be around me as a means for them to feel either that they could advance themselves, or that they could, by virtue of me being a low-level public figure, that they had some of that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But how does that make you feel? Because you're saying you're surrounded by these people and you believe in it.
It gave me a lot of anxiety for a while, because then you start to sort of look at, is anything real around me, you know? And then I think I went a little bit too far in the other direction, where I started to close myself off completely from everybody, because I just made the determination that none of it's real, nothing matters, nobody here cares. And so I'm just going to box myself out completely from it. And it took me a long time to come back to a place where I'm able to be more analytical about what a relationship is and use my best judgment in terms of, is that something that's functionally going to be a part of my life moving forward or not?
I mean, it made me feel pretty much the same as Andy, but I was able to then differentiate. Like, there's like patterns of behavior and stuff, you know. So like, me and Andy may not have seen each other for a really long time, but we keep in touch, and it's always, you can just tell when there's like a genuine relationship now, or I can, from having so many people around me for so many years. Like, I'll never hear from Andy for like a favor, you know. He'll never, or like, he'll always just, it'll be a check-in or something to reminisce and have a good time. And I've also learned that you don't have to hear from people all the time for it to matter. You know, I think the people that check in, even if it's once a year, once every 6 months, hey, checking in, how's it going? That's a different kind of relationship, you know, whereas there's other people that maybe worked with you once upon a time and they find out that there's something else, you've not heard from them in years, but you're doing something now that may benefit them. Like, hey, so I hear you're doing this now. I'd like to throw my name in the hat. It's like, what? I've not heard from you in years. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then they ask, how's things? Oh, things are good, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't upset me anymore because I feel like it's nice to have few but dear people in your life rather than loads of people that just don't really give a crap anyway. They're kind of just there for whatever their reason is, which is fine again, but that's just part of life, isn't it, really?
Can I ask you something before we wrap up? And this is a pretty self-aggrandizing question, but it's part of what we're doing here and what we are kind of talking about is there's always been a negative perception of black veil brides, right? That's just a fact. And so I'm curious what your thoughts were when you were riding in your RV and we're, you know, coming at your heels. Because asking was, as much as we were close, asking was always in a position where from the outside, you guys were doing more and better. And
I think that's so funny because for us too with Black Veil, it was like, oh, they're doing more. Like, why are they doing this and we're not doing this? When we came to the States too, we were English. There was no Hot Topic.
yeah.
And when we came to the States, we were like, whoa, what the hell is Hot Topic?
Yeah.
And it was like a shrine to Black Veil Brides. And I was like, holy cow, like, this band must be huge. And I didn't know who the hell you guys were at the time.
Yeah.
And then as we were coming up, I started noticing, you know, oh, well, they're here doing this and they're here doing this. And then it got to the point where we're both sharing magazine covers and we're both on the same tour. Like, we ended up doing an Avenged Sevenfold tour together. When both of our bands were way too unestablished to be in arenas, but we ended up on that tour together, you know. And
but an example of that I'm talking about is to get onto that tour. A Day to Remember was originally the band that was on that tour. And now I don't know if a band member said this, but I have the email from their booking agent that when we were added to the tour, A Day to Remember said that they would drop off the tour if we were on the tour. I don't, and the reality is I didn't have anything against them or I didn't know them, but Hollywood Undead ended up being the band on that tour.
Yeah.
Because A Day to Remember did not want to do it in lieu of us being added to the tour. That's how much vitriol there kind of was for our existence at that time.
I just remember thinking, holy cow, I'm going on tour with Avenged Sevenfold.
Of course,
like,
yeah, of
you
course.
know what I mean?
But,
like,
and look, and I'm not even trying to rake up old graves. It's not, but my point is only that at the time, there was such a, for whatever reason, we were just always sort of seen as like not part of things.
Yeah.
And I wonder, the reason I ask it is, yes, the Hot Topic stuff existed. Yes, the audience stuff existed. It's always interesting to see because from where I sat, I was always so, I guess I wanted to some degree be part of the scene. So
accepted
you know what
in
I mean?
it.
And
well,
we never
I think asking was never really accepted in it either, which is
but
maybe
I think that's maybe why we got along so well. We were always kind of a little bit outside.
And maybe why I never had those feelings towards Black Veil. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, well, me too, buddy. You know.
Yeah, no, and we were kind of our own little thing. Yeah, man, I'm really happy that I'm not only happy that you're here doing this, but I'm happy that you and I have been able to reconnect, and then creatively we're going to be able to work together and just so much. But
me too.
There's so few people that share our life experience to a T that it's it would be a real shame if we.
It has to just be you. Do you know what I mean? Like that has to be it.
See you in a couple days.
All right, buddy. Love you.
Fun and gymnastics. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you getting this? Oh, I'm not leaving without my phone. Wembley to Where were we? Legacy is next. Legs, I see.
Drum solo rehearse?
I did not.
Well, Lonnie rehearsed the trumpet.
So it should be fine.
Oh, that reminds me.
We gotta get you a skeleton on.
Well, I got a steel trumpet.
Oh, you got an actual trumpet?
Yeah.
That's what that was?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize what was
We
going
were
on.
filming, it was so obnoxious, and I was like, we kept stopping, and I was like, oh, it must be somebody out in another room. It was fucking you that was ruining everything?
I didn't realize at the time I was doing anything wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry.
But we were told this is the way you have to be. This is what's rock and roll. This is stairs. Who's playing the trumpet right now? Speaking of rock and roll, who is playing the trumpet?
I apologize, I was wrong. That's way worse than you guys talking.
That's Johnny's over there playing the trumpet.
John's got a tiny trumpet underneath the table.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't have my pack on.
Damn. Okay, I'm not good at technology.
Do we need to rehearse Perfect Weapon, Knives and Pens, all those? Do we want to?
My wrist is really fucking hurting to the point to where like I can't even hold the stick.
Okay, so
it's like really bad. It's like in here. And it was fine during the break, but remember it was hurting before, and it's like to the point where I could like barely hold my drumstick.
Can you make one more song?
Yeah. So like if we
so let's just do Lost It All and then be done because that's the only one we need to rehearse.
Yeah.
The rest are
play them a million times.
I don't think I can even hear Perfect Weapon one more time.
Yeah. If you guys are okay, I'll go back and like ice this thing.
Yeah.
It's like fucked. I'm like,
Dude, that's not good, man.
no, I know. I'm kind of tripping, dude. This shit never happens.
And Juliet's gonna be in that one.
Is that the same wrist that was fucked up before? Or your hand?
That was on top. This is like here, and I don't know.
That.
I don't know what happened. It was like in the middle of like the set.
That's what I had for like a year and a half. It was like,
Dude, but it's like getting worse.
like through here.
It's getting worse. It starts here. Now it's
I have
like
a pack for
I'm getting sharp pains like up to here. I'm like, hope it's not like tendonitis, dude.
The adjustments from there. I can just.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, I'm like kind of tripping.
You good?
Yeah, it's fine now. It's like doesn't hurt.
Well, it's the irritation.
Yeah, it's
You
like
got some sort of inflammation situation.
God, that shit never happens there. It's never happened. Whatever, we'll do Lost It All. I'll ice it.
I'll come out, then Jinx comes out with his situation, right? But that was the and then everybody's there. Lights come up.
My situation.
Well, the jacket and the hat. Yeah. You got all that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got to. That's like a staple of that thing now. I don't think we'll ever be able to do this song without you wearing that at this point.
Yeah.
So you better like it because you're stuck.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Alice, funny. She's like, "Are you ever gonna retire that top hat and that whole gag?" I'm like, "No, it's really important. It's part of the show. Everyone expects it."
I got it!
One!
Yeah, when I landed from the States, I had my paperwork. There was an email that was sent prior to this. It says, don't go through the e-gates. I was aware of it, so I showed this lady my passport and my paperwork, and she goes, oh, go through right here, which are the goddamn e-gates. And I was like, no, I gotta get this stamped. And she's like, this is how we do it now. And I'm like, all right, so I'm thinking they're gonna scan my eyes, look at my passport on the e-gates, and then I go and speak to an agent. Nope. The fuck out of here. So I go through and I had to pee, so I just went pee right after. Then our bags came and then it was a nightmare finding the van. So then I get back and then Chevy texts, Cece, send me your passport stamp. I go, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh. So then I'm already at the hotel and then come to find out it's a major problem. So then I went back to Heathrow, spoke to 4 people.
You went back to the airport?
That night, the night I landed. So I took an Uber there.
Oh my God.
Nobody, they wouldn't see me. They're like, we're not gonna let you back here. And I'm like, God, And so then I took a cab all the way back, charged me fucking an arm and a leg, and that guy, he had a lot to say about it, the cabbie guy.
Wow.
He was great.
I can't believe you went there and back again.
Yeah.
Because that was like an hour and 15
That's what I did.
drive.
That's what we did.
We don't get paid, let alone be able to fulfill our contract unless all of us have it.
So that's the problem.
It's a pretty serious issue.
Without that stamp, I'm not legally here.
Yeah.
I can't legally work in this country, so I'm here as a visitor.
Yeah. Because the stamp like activates the work visa.
Yeah. I might have to leave the country and come back because my passport didn't get stamped.
We can't get paid unless we all have the stamps. What's the nearest European country?
Paris, probably. Charles de Gaulle.
France?
Yeah. Yeah, you're here illegally right now.
Yeah, I'm an illegal
You're an
immigrant.
illegal alien.
Well,
No, he's here legally.
I'm here
As soon as he starts to do that, it's illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, he's fully legal.
But I'm having fun in the country as a visitor on that drum set. I'm not technically here as a professional.
Anytime you
yet.
start to feel like it's like the song is hard, then you're working.
Yeah.
That's illegal.
So I can't do the drum set.
Actually, this is being filmed, for which we're going to sell it. So you're working right now. You are illegal.
Cut all this. Cut it all.
Cut him out of it.
It's fucked.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Or just blur my face out.
Why is CC blurred in the whole
And
documentary?
then change my voice too. You can put a voice changer.
CC wouldn't give a likeness rights to the documentary.
And it's still obviously him. Like,
If I hear the word Paris one more motherfucking time, not going to Paris. No, really? No.
Go to Dublin. Go get a Guinness.
That's what my wife said what we should do. I was like, you don't even drink Guinness. She's like, I used to love Guinness. And I was like, you of all people want to go to the Guinness factory?
Dude, I'll go with you. I'll go with you.
No, it was her idea.
You guys aren't. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Here.
Well, then it's perfect timing.
Hey, is our van coming today?
Yes. Yeah. This is what I fucking deal with nonstop. You know how many times you have that pass? You have that pass.
You choose to deal with this.
You have that pass.
You hate it so much that you invited me, made up a fucking. Tell my wife.
No, that was her idea.
There's a secret show in Las Vegas after this tour. My wife's like, oh, okay, like, cool. So
The secret show was your idea. I said, why don't you just come on out? And you're like, yeah, it's a secret show. It's so secret. Nobody knows about it.
Case that I have with all the drum mics.
Need an update? Update. I'm having massive wrist pain after that rehearsal, and I got a doctor's appointment at 8:30 in the morning. This has been a very interesting trip over here. The trip over here was just a lot.
Because you don't follow directions?
No, that was the trip here. Where the fuck was I supposed to go?
You were supposed to go talk to the E-Gate.
Nobody was in line. There's a big ass room. Nobody's there. Fucking purple people eater over here goes, go through the E-Gates or whatever. She didn't call them the E-Gates.
It says E-Gates above it.
It literally does.
Not that there was the gates.
Yeah. And then I think it was highlighted in like yellow that said, do not go through the E-Gate.
In the email, yeah.
Yeah, if you need to talk to somebody, follow this.
Because they tried to send me that way too, and I go, no, I have to. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I don't think she knew English. I don't think she knew English. Why would she say that?
Why would she say that?
Why would she say that? She fucked us!
so dramatic. Bye.
Bye, Zima. I hope I grabbed everything.
We're leaving the hotel. We were headed to Dr. Lisa's place for an early morning appointment, and she's gonna check out my wrist. She said something about maybe having to do an ultrasound yesterday, so we'll see if that happens. I'd like her to do an ultrasound, but yeah, I asked about an injection, like a cortisone injection. Never had one, but I heard that may help in situations like these, so hopefully she fixes me up.
Just the kind of thing you want to happen before a massive show, right?
This has never happened. It happened on the top of my hand, and when that happened, it was on the same hand, but on the top in between these two fingers. That was after a little break, and then going right back into rehearsals. So yesterday, in the middle of rehearsal, now it's on my wrist. Last time that happened was, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. So then I was like, I hope it's not the same thing. That was tendonitis on my hand up top. So I hope that's not the same thing in my wrist. But I've never had pain in my wrist, and this has never happened. So.
Well, you said you couldn't hold the drumstick.
I was having trouble gripping it. Yeah. I should have brought one to show the doctor, but I guess I could grab a pen or something at the office. But yeah, I was like, uh-oh. And this has never happened, and it's definitely causing some anxiety and some not so pure thoughts. The day before this awesome show. I mean, it's such an epic venue for us, and seeing where we came from to where we are now, and have this happen before our headlining set at Wembley. It's like, oh man, who did I wrong in my life? Karma's getting me on something. I just don't know what it is.
So, any tenderness there to start with? Any tenderness there? Let's just flip it over to start with. What about here?
No.
Or here? Nothing?
A little bit.
On that side?
Yeah, a tiny bit. Mm-hmm.
And here?
No, a little tiny bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's weird because that's where the pain was. Yeah, it was very, very concerning because during rehearsal yesterday, it got to the point where, like I was mentioning, I could barely grip my stick, and I was like, uh-oh. And that's never happened, and so I'm like, that's the last thing I want to happen the night or 2 days before a performance, We flew out here just for this performance, so it's like, oh no.
Okay, so the reserve is a high dose of steroids taken 3 hours before the show. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll issue you with a prescription. It is not good medicine, understand that, all right? But as I've said to you, rock music injury is very different. Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't let it get to you up here.
That's going to be my problem.
Because you're going to have that negative feedback cycle.
It has,
I was thinking about all the years of flying and how much of a part of this job sitting in a plane is. It's not really something that you think about when you're a little kid and you're like, oh, I'm going to go tour the world. You don't think about how you're going to get to the world. And how the experience, the amount that I complain is relative to my current experience, but I always complain. So and it's amazing to think that in the early days, I was sitting in the back of coach with no TV, no phone, you can't download media. In those days, they would let you bring duty-free booze that you bought on the plane. So I would buy a handle of Crown Royal or something and then just drink that in silence for 12 hours. And I remember getting through that and then but there was only one time where it was too much. So it was the same situation as an overnight flight, land, like we're doing now, and we went straight to the Tower of London to do a Halloween shoot for Kerrang. And I just I had enough. My body just broke down because in those days we were doing all the makeup and everything. So we had to go to the Key West where we quickly got all of our makeup on, and then and it was around this time of the year, so it was cold. And there's this basement room that we were let into, and there's chains. We had to wrap ourselves in chains. I had a nervous breakdown. I started crying during the set or during the photo shoot. Ugly cry tears. Why do you think that was? Why do I think that was? Exhaustion. In the early days, we never stopped, But I suppose you can do that when you're 20. You don't really realize that you're exhausted until your body just shuts down. Now I'm exhausted after literally laying down on the flight for the last 10 hours. Full full bed, and getting annoyed by the fact that my glass isn't taken soon enough, and I have to think about that it's still sitting there. like I was saying, relative to your experience. So we're on a long tour. I'm so tired. And we're in coach, and a guy reclines his seat. But it's one of those seats where it almost breaks and it goes farther than it's supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
And I have this, I'm wearing all my rings. This is like the long hair ring day. I have this involuntary reaction, and I punch the screen. And I shattered the TV screen on the back of the thing. And a person saw this, and my immediate thought was, okay, I got to damage control. So I calm myself, and I get up and I walk to the back, and I say to the flight attendant, hi, I didn't want to say anything when we were taking off, because I didn't want to bother you guys. But the screen on my seat is broken, and it's a long flight. I'm not going to be able to watch any movies or anything. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I go, it's no problem. She goes, we can move you. I go, you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's fine. And then they all come over and they look and they're like, I'm so sorry. And the person who saw me do it is looking like, and I'm I'm staring at this guy like, don't you fucking rat me out.
Did you have the mane at that point in time? Did you have all the hair?
Yeah. But I had like big skull rings and
That
stuff.
was quick thinking.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Well, I'm a good manipulator.
There's a lot of skills. You have
I'm an excellent manipulator.
You have a certain set of skills.
Yep.
How does that make you feel as parents?
Very proud. Again, we're almost proud of anything, really, to be honest with you.
The bar is low. They only got one kid, so being a master manipulator is, you know, at least I'm good at it.
That's right.
The old busting the past all the old.
Man, I had to go through my garage for all this. We are at the VIP pop-up event where we're going to be doing photos with fans, and then this is all like a shopping thing. There's merchandise, and then these are all my old costumes from various years. Those pants are from 2007, the white and red ones. And we've got kind of runs the gambit of different years, but some of the stuff I made myself, some of it was I designed and then somebody else made. You know, in some cases, like those pants there, I hand studded, you know, and I can remember the day I did it. And another, like an example of me designing something without really knowing, I don't have any kind of degree in clothes design, so I don't really understand what's going to work functionally, so I designed this jacket. One sleeve and a glove that's attached to the sleeve, right? But the problem is, as soon as you put this on, it pulls entirely to one side because there's nothing to balance it out because there's no other sleeve. So I was never able to wear this live. I wore it in the End music video, but I could never wear it live because it's incredibly uncomfortable because it doesn't really work. And I had to safety pin it closed. This only looks like this should not look so aged and weathered. It's only a couple years old, but I wrote a treatment for a video I wanted to direct when we did The Phantom Tomorrow, and I jumped the gun, and I had this whole idea that we would look really fucked up, and so I started destroying the costumes, and then the label we were on at the time stopped giving a shit about us and wouldn't give me funding to do the video, so and then it just didn't work. So now this just looks like it's 80 years old, but actually it's only like 3 years old. You can get the armpit stains in there. This used to have handcuffs sewn to the back. And then at Heathrow, they wouldn't let me through. They took it out of my bag and they wouldn't let me through and said that it was a weapon. And I was like, I have to go. So they cut them off and they kept them. And then as soon as they had cut them off, the boss of whoever came over and goes, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're cutting these off. And he goes, oh, you could have kept those.
We were worried a little bit, I think. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
This is the Bleeders suit. So this is a very stiff article of clothing because it was covered in fake blood like 850 times during the course of shooting that music video. And the pants, literally, like you can't really properly button them because they're like hard, like starched.
How does it feel looking at all your costumes all at once?
I always imagined something like this would happen at some point. That's why I kept all of it. I'm very self-aggrandizing, so I always thought, oh, I'll need these for posterity because one day there'll be a museum about me. John, do you want to know the honest to God truth about why I still have all this and made sure I kept it? We got to know Dee Snider when I was younger, and I remember him telling a story about he always kept his like Stay Hungry era costumes because he knew one day some museum or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or something else would want it, and he gave me the advice to always hold on to your stuff like that because you never know when it could be cool to have it displayed. So I always kept like a bin full of this stuff and wherever I lived, and hoped one day it would have a place to be seen. So it's cool. If you didn't already sign us, you would by the end of the day. My dad's going to sell you on us for the rest.
By the way, no, can you just do my job?
The biggest fan in the world.
You're really, no, you're really. That's
where do you think I get it from?
That's the kind of thing I'm doing all the time, but you're really good at it. I could learn from you. I've been doing it for a while. I'm serious. I met Andy, pretty sure it was a show in LA, and you know one of those situations where you meet someone and it's just like an instant click. Like I just felt he was, without, piling on too many, beautiful things. He was just so intelligent, witty, real, charismatic, and cool, but natural. And we spoke about everything from kind of the quick history of Black Veil Brides to NFL football, his love of the Bengals, and a little bit of life. And all that happened in the space of probably a half hour. And I just knew right away. I was like, we definitely want to work with Black Veil. Andy's amazing. And we just wanted the opportunity to try to figure out if we could work with Black Veil directly, and then we started talking to Blasco, and it took a few months, but eventually we understood what Andy and the band were trying to accomplish at this stage of their career, and we felt that Black Veil had been, certainly a brand that was recognized and applauded and all of that, but maybe sort of underappreciated within the industry, and we felt we could do a lot with them. And then the Bleeder song and campaign started, and the very first time I heard that song, I was like, what an amazing track, and it's a smash. That's a rock hit. And it has so much art to it, but also is just, like I said, it sounded like a hit to me. And we put our shoulder behind it and worked with Blasco and the band, and Andy's vision of getting this incredible video made, which we supported fully. And here we are. So it's only the beginning of our relationship, the Bleeder cycle, but it's been a great start.
This is going well, by the way. Whatever marker Lonnie used is just sticking to every poster and ripping the back of them.
Yeah, that's
out.
probably one of those paint markers.
It's Lonnie every time. It's just Lonnie, and it's every poster. Not this one because he gives it different. There we go. So I'm going through a batch where he switched it up.
Here, you die now.
I die now?
You die now.
Thank you. I'm waiting to die for 41 years. That's a wrap, kids. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing, bro?
Nice to meet you.
Is it alright if you wear this t-shirt?
Wear it, yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool, man. Because this is like the glow in the dark one. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to flash you with like UV light. Yeah. So it looks like normal, and then we're going to put the light on and that's going to blow up.
I'm down. There we go.
Yeah. And a couple of screaming like.
Each time I try to sleep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Anything
cool.
else?
So have you got long shots and stuff? Yeah, just do when we're coming in. Do that again, and if you could do looking down the camera. I think that's it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you, sirs. Cheers, Cece.
No worries. I didn't tell you there was going to be blood. Bastards.
And before you go, there's something that's about to be presented to you, because you guys have had Brit certified silver records in the UK for Wretched and Divine, Set the World on Fire, We Stitch These Wounds, and the Indian single, all at the same time. Everybody give it up for Black Belt Brides.
Thank you. Thanks for a great Q&A.
Oh, thank you very much, and thank you for all your questions. They were better than mine.
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get this home.
I ask these questions, we had mics in the crowd or whatever. It's really cool. Yeah, I want to do a whole tour.
That's, I mean, as a
I really enjoyed it because it's a much less like rock show thing.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you're just sick of the rock show thing.
Well, it's nice to have that as the counterweight.
Yeah. So I think at some point we'll probably, at least in the States, do something as a run.
Yeah, it's cool.
What a handsome man. So handsome.
Did you want a Kerrang Carhartt jacket?
What? Looks good. Looks real good. See something you like? Lucky I'm on camera. Dude, you're gonna go night-night. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do something here. What are you doing? Both you guys. Get away from me. Get away from me. Did nothing. Oh, that was it.
Oh, the smoke? I thought you were like doing like airport or something.
No, I'm trying to blow it out.
Woo, 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 ting, 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 ting. Run it through the whole chorus. Yeah. Like the
Cowbell?
ting, 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 ting.
You can't burn a rock.
Rough math. How many times?
What's rock made out?
3 times. So that's
not the same.
Yeah.
You should have heard me in the van on the way over. I was talking about asparagus and pea and all kinds of weird shit.
It's interesting to hear your own songs for the entire day. I like it. I think that everywhere should only play my music. I was once in a Cheesecake Factory and I was in the bathroom and one of my solo songs started playing on the Cheesecake Factory playlist. But now I only eat at that Cheesecake Factory. This is your jacket.
This is my jacket. Has that been in our garage this whole time?
No. This is what I wore on Trinity of Terror and I wore it in Portugal.
Oh shit, that's awesome. Wait, where has this been though? Has it been?
Remember, I traded you a jacket for this one.
Which jacket did I get
I
in
can't
exchange?
remember. But you got a jacket. Remember we traded?
No, I think I just gave it to you.
No. We traded jackets.
Well, we trade jackets a lot. I think I just gave you this one.
This was so okay, but to be clear.
No, to be clear,
We bought
I
these
gave it to
jackets
him
together.
for free because that's the kind of person I am.
Yes. When we started dating, we used to go to like the rock and roll shops on Hollywood Boulevard, and so these jackets are like unbranded. It's called Leather World. They're just like unbranded, like generic, like rock jackets. But for some reason, this jacket fit us
It fits,
both.
yeah.
For years, it was
Well,
the
we were the
greatest
same
jacket
size
in the
at
whole world.
one point.
Yeah. When I was much thinner even than now.
Yeah, but we used to we'd go to the rock shops and like we would pick up studs and patches and pins and we'd go back to our little Motel 6 hotel room and just go to town.
Do art.
Yeah. Oh, poetic justice. Hey, that's crazy. How did they do that?
It's amazing.
I kind of wish that they had put Lonnie in there somehow.
We were trying to figure out like if they put the makeup on him or whatever.
I prefer this version because it's as if that the past never happened.
Just a floating Lonnie head right here.
It's got small seasons. I mean, mine is.
Maybe they could have put.
I mean, your hair was so big, you didn't even really need like a pillow.
So this was what I looked like.
How about Yanni's head?
We were just
How about Yanni's head with a big beard?
Wait, what?
It's the same timeline.
Oh,
but yeah.
right. That's crazy.
I love this this photo shoot. It's one of my favorite photo shoots we ever did.
That was in Blasco's office.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I don't think I have that one on. I have that one. I have that one on.
That's the first one. That was the first ever magazine cover.
How do you like that? Is 86 the new God of rock?
First magazine cover.
Wait, you want to hear something funny? That magazine was when I was filming, or sorry, when I was recording The Kids Will Take Their Monsters On.
Yeah.
That magazine.
Was at Pulse?
No, it was at the Hurley recording studio that I was recording the record at. On in the little front area of the studio, and this is like back when you and I like had some secret beef with each other, and I was looking at that cover, being like, I don't know, is he?
What's life like on the road? Oh, Black Magic. See again. That's my Miley Cyrus leggings.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like when you met him.
Oh yeah. When I saw you, I was like, yep, that's the man for
That's
me.
the man for me.
That's the man for me. That one right there. All that makeup and anger.
That's the.
Well, Yanni was there from the first minute.
I know.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
Didn't know what we were doing. All I knew was, hey, I'm going over here and you got to come with me.
I feel like part of you, like wanting to, getting Yanni involved with coming and seeking me out, was you wanting to just be like, set the record straight for things I thought about you that weren't true, and you just wanted to clear that out of my brain.
No, I wanted to impress you that I was so important that there would be people everywhere around, so I was going to come to your show, and I couldn't walk through a Warped Tour.
I was trying to make you look good, but...
No, this is a real documentary. We're telling the truth on this thing. My plan was, everybody will crowd me when I go out into Warped Tour. Yanni will have to come with me because of that. So then, like Moses leading the sea of emo kids
and you
to
thought
yourself.
that I would be like, oh,
No.
famous guy, swoon.
No. I thought that you would have to notice that I was there. That was it.
I mean, you didn't need all of the fans.
Well, I
behind
realize
you.
that now.
You stuck out.
Oh, look
hey,
at this
that looks awesome.
It looks great. Let me see the back.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's sick.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, sorry.
Just walked in on Jinx.
How was that?
Did I walk in on now?
I'm just washing my hands.
Just checking both. You never know who's behind both the doors. No one locks the doors.
Behind the doors, it was me.
What's up, man?
So tired. My voice is shot.
So good.
Got biggest headline show of my career tomorrow.
Good. How are you?
Just need to sleep.
All right, boys. You guys ready to roll here?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, are you good to go?
I think we're rolling out.
That's right.
Literally on the road to Wembley right now.
Yep.
Hey, Michael.
I never in my life put grapefruit on bread.
I was like, you don't understand. We're spinning out on ice. We're on the wrong side of the road.
If we're on tour, it's ostensibly going to be the same thing every day, and if there's an issue, people will let me know. In this situation, there's nothing that can be changed. So yeah, I hate most of it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I fried that shit up.
There's still a group of people that he's willing to prove wrong and shove it in their face.